Hi guys, my name is Alex, and today we are going over five whole bad sex habits that might be destroying your sex, ruining your sex life, or just making it worse than it could be. And if you eliminate these bad habits, change it up a little bit, you could have better sex today, right now, okay? Well, after this video, right now. Alright, bad habit number 1. That is doing the same thing over and over again in sex. Having sex at the same time of day, doing the exact same thing, starting the same way, it's in the same place, there's no variety whatsoever, and that's exactly the issue with it. There is no variety. And variety is extremely powerful and stimulating and exciting and arousing. And so if you change things up and keep your partner guessing and keep them on their toes, they're far more likely then to be more focused and present on that sexual experience, and therefore more pleasured, more able to be pleasured, I guess I should say. It's just going to improve your sex, okay? If sex becomes predictable, if it becomes a routine, it no longer becomes good, it no longer becomes pleasurable. Sex has diminishing returns, so what may have worked in the past will not always work forever, and in the future, and in the present. So definitely change things up, break out of that habit, and your sex life will improve for sure. Bad habit number 2, this is more directed toward the guys out there, and that is being too antsy, too ready to just go into the penetration part, the good part for us, I guess. Women need time to build up anticipation, to build up arousal, to get horny, to get stuff moving, to get juices flowing, I guess you could say. Whereas men, we don't need much, right? We can see a pair of boobies and we're like, all right, I'm ready, let's do it. But you know, women need a lot more time, and if you are too antsy and too ready to get into the sex and too eager to go into the penetration part, it's not going to be good because your partner's not going to be fully ready for that. So you might not know this, but the female vagina actually loosens up a bit the more horny women get. That means their vagina is going to be tighter if they're not horny. So if you're just going in right away, it's going to be way more painful. They're not really ready to accept that yet. That is why foreplay commonly starts with fingering before you go in with your thingy. I'm using YouTube language here. Because their vagina is just not ready for your thingy yet. It's ready for a finger maybe, and then you can move on to 2 fingers, but until they're aroused enough, until it kind of opens up enough and gets ready to accept that, they're not ready. So don't be too antsy. It happens a lot, I know, because guys, once they're horny, they just want to go in right away, but you gotta hold back, spend some more time in foreplay, and then your sex life will be better. Number 3, bad habit is silence in the bedroom. You're both just laying there, you're having sex, and there's no sound whatsoever. If that sounds familiar, that is a habit that you should probably break because it's not making your sex any better. So being expressive, being open, and being communicative during sex, dirty talking, is probably the best way to improve your sex life and make sex so much better for you and your partner, because it's going to put you back into the experience. You're going to be more invested, more immersed in that experience, and by giving your partner something to listen to, it helps them kind of stay in that moment as well, and it encourages them to do kind of the same thing you're doing. Dirty talk is such a powerful stimulator. It improves sexual pleasure by so much, and it makes sex so much more exciting. So don't be silent, especially if you're with someone that you've been with for a long time maybe, and you've gotten into the sexual routine and you're just kind of doing things that you know like kind of work, but you're not really making any noises, there's no moaning or anything like that. Don't do that. Break out of that habit. Stop being silent. Express yourself. Really lose yourself in that experience, and you will enjoy sex so much more, and your partner will as well. Bad sex habit number 4 is really being too shy, or not trying anything, or being afraid to being controlling or too dominant, or saying it how it is, saying what you want in sex, telling your partner what to do. If you're too afraid to do any of these things, then it's not going to take your sex life anywhere. You need to have the courage to not only dirty talk like in the past bad habit, but you need to not be afraid to take control sometimes, Tell your partner to do something that you like them doing, and really just get in there and not be shy. Trying new stuff is awesome as well. If you're too afraid to try new things, experiment, then your sex life will stagnate. Like in bad habit number 1, if you're doing the same thing over and over again because you're too afraid to try new things, too afraid to get outside your comfort zone, that is not going to lead into improving your sex life. It is just going to diminish the quality over time. So definitely don't be shy. Take control sometimes. If it's too much and you feel like you're taking control too much, tell your partner to take control, and tell your partner you like when they seduce you, you like when they tell you what to do. Don't be afraid to communicate these things. And this bad habit occurs even outside of sex. If you're afraid to talk about sex, or you're too shy to talk about sex with your partner outside the bedroom, then you really need to cut that out. Get some courage, but get out there and talk about sex, because that is the best way to get to know your partner and get to know what they like during sex and what they like about sex. And then your sex life will improve because of that, because now you know what your partner likes and you know what to do now. Bad sex habit number 5, the final bad sex habit of this video at least, is hitting it and quitting. So this is not just one night stands, hit it and quit it. This is in a relationship, you guys have sex and then you guys just go off and do your own thing. You guys both go on your phones. You just kind of ignore each other. You had sex and then it's like, all right, now it's like I don't even know you anymore and you're just off on your own now. So that moment after you have sex, right after you have sex, your body is releasing so many hormones, and it is such a good time to talk about sex if you haven't talked about it, to cuddle, to really kind of be there and be close to your partner. And what this will do is it will build up your connection with your partner sexually, so that the next time you guys have sex, you're more comfortable with each other, more able to feel immersed in that experience, more able to be pleasured because you're going to be less shy even. So don't just go in there, have sex, and then leave and go off and do your own thing. Spend at least a little bit of time and love up on your partner and enjoy what you guys just did, celebrate what you guys just did. And this will not only feel good after that sexual experience, but it will improve sex with that partner down the road. It'll improve your whole relationship really, because you guys will get closer and more loving. So do that and it's going to be awesome. So if you have any of these 5 bad sex habits, now is your time to get rid of them, and you know exactly why you should and how your sex life could improve if you did get rid of them. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, coming back for more daily sex advice, sex tips, all that kind of stuff from me, a sex coach. So anyway, hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.